I got permanently banned from Etsy, and here is what I'm doing now. So for a very long time already, I've been wanting to create digital products and create myself a bit of a passive income. Well, it's passive, you still have to put in the work obviously, but I wanted to find a way to diversify my income and also create something that I could resell without having to put in much more or extra effort. So I was super excited last year, and I actually tried to sell website templates on Etsy, and it was actually going quite well. I had a few sales. I was actually ranking as one of the top sellers within the shortest amount of time, and I was actually really happy of how it was going. And then one day, out of the blue, I literally didn't do anything. I just got a notification that my account is banned, which means that I couldn't sell any products anymore, but also I couldn't even buy anything anymore. And the thing with Etsy is that unfortunately their customer service is very bad, because it's all automated and AI based. So you never talk to a person. And even though I tried to file an appeal several times, it just never was successful. And they always put me through the exact same steps, and it was just unsuccessful. And until today, I still don't know why I got banned, but I came to terms with it and have to accept that I no longer will be selling on Etsy. And also, unfortunately, this ban applies for life. And I've tried to create new accounts with different email addresses that I own, and they immediately flagged me and banned my accounts again. So since Etsy is out of the question and it was kind of like the main selling platform for me, I've had to come up with a solution, because I was really frustrated and I was very pleased with how the sales were going. So I had to find new ways on how to make sales. Also, this whole thing was a bit of a wake-up call, because I realized that I cannot rely on an external platform, because they could literally take my whole business away in an instant. While there are some other platforms out there, I'm still worried that eventually this might happen in other platforms as well for no reason. And if you're selling products on external platforms, you're not the owner of, or you don't have power over it. So that was kind of what led me to create my own sales hub, my own platform within my own website. And I want to kind of walk you a little bit through of like what I did and how I would approach it if maybe you're in a similar situation, maybe you also got banned from Etsy, or maybe you just want to set yourself up in a way that you're independent from the start. The good thing with Etsy obviously is that it has inbuilt visibility and traffic. Also, I mean, there's some tools where you can actually market your own offers, which I actually did on Etsy, and I think that's also where most of my success came from. So Etsy naturally just has more exposure. So if you build something on your own website, depending on where you are in your journey, it's definitely a little bit harder to gain visibility and traction at the start. But it's definitely not impossible, and I'm going to touch upon a few things that I'm doing and I have been doing that helped me kind of gain some visibility and traction, and while I was trying to build my own little online storefront. So first of all, a little bit of the technical side, like what I've been doing. So my website is hosted on Showit. It's built on Showit. I'm a web designer. I love Showit. I also use Squarespace, but I really prefer Showit for its flexibility in design. And I have bought Thrivecart, which is at the moment a once-in-a-life investment. So I really love that idea that I don't have to monthly pay something to someone for the rest of my life, and I'd rather just want to do an upfront one-time investment and then benefit from that for the rest of time. And I use Thrivecart, and I think it's a really awesome platform. There's so many possibilities within that platform. You can really easily create products, set up digital products. Money processing is very straightforward. There's a lot of extra features, but I kept it quite simple at the start. And there's the possibility to upsell, to bump offers. So if someone buys something, to prompt them, hey, look at this, maybe you want to also like that, to buy this. So Thrivecart is really amazing, and I love it. So I've been implementing or integrating Thrivecart into my own website. I've built landing pages for my offers or for my website templates. I actually have now several digital products. I don't only sell website templates, but I also have some digital products like guides for my photography business, because also there I want to really try to find ways into creating a sustainable, recurring passive income. So I've been building landing pages for each product offer, and then you can directly link to Thrivecart, where the whole fulfillment will take place. And it's very easy and straightforward. If you don't know Thrivecart, I highly recommend you to check it out. But if you don't want to use Thrivecart, there's also a ton of other options for like monthly subscriptions. So just do a little bit of research and find out what works best for you. The downside with Thrivecart is obviously that it's quite a big upfront investment. And if you're not quite sure yet if selling digital products is something for you, it might be too big of a risk. So in that case, there's also other things you could use, like, what is the name of it, if I can remember? So if you don't want to do that upfront investment, there's also something called StanStore, which is particularly popular with digital creators. So if you're keen to check that out, check it out. It's a little bit simpler from what I've heard in terms of there's not as many options and it's pretty straightforward, but I think it's a great way to start. And of course, there's many other options next to Thrivecart or StanStore. Just do a little bit of research and see what fits your needs best. Then obviously, once everything is set up, I won't go into detail here. There's lots of resources out there where you can look into this further. It's really important that you actually start obviously gaining traction and visibility. And I think this is actually the hardest part. And also the part, I think, where a lot of online videos kind of let you in the dark. They tell you how to create a digital product, but they never really tell you how, like the bridge of how you go from creation to actually selling a digital product. And obviously that bridge is kind of built through visibility and exposure. And how do you do that? Obviously there is several ways you can gain visibility and exposure. One thing is the classic organic way, through using Instagram and Pinterest as well. Even LinkedIn, for example. There's a lot of platforms out there. YouTube, obviously. Kind of have to choose one or two platforms that really speak to you. It also really depends on your product and your niche, which platform might be the best. For website templates, for example, or also for my photography resources, Pinterest is a very obvious choice, because not only is it a very visually driven platform, but also it has the benefit that you can actually directly link from a pin to the product. Also, I use Instagram. I'm quite present on Instagram. I still try to find my rhythm a bit. I'm trying to post at least 3 times a week, sometimes 5 times. I'm experimenting a lot of trial reels and other formats, kind of trying to switch things up, trying out and testing different hooks, as well as trying out different designs. So it's all a little bit of a trial and error. I really must say, despite what everyone is saying, there's really not one fixed path of how to make your first sale, but that's kind of like the organic visibility side. Then there's also the option for paid visibility, which actually I sometimes even prefer, because the benefit is that you can buy yourself exposure, which obviously the downside is it costs you money, but on the other hand, it saves you time. And I must say, this has been very effective for me. And the way that I've been doing this is setting up lead gen campaigns on Meta. So it's ads on Instagram as well as Facebook that prompts people to sign up for your newsletter. They will be directed to a landing page, either like a freebie page where they can get a freebie, so like a little digital product for free, and they will be entered into my email workflow. Or I've even also experimented with sending cold traffic directly to a landing page or checkout page of a digital product that I've been selling. I have had sales of products of about $37 from cold traffic, but it's very uncommon. And if you try, or if you want to go that route to literally create an ad that directly leads people to your low ticket offer, very important, please try to enter or start with a low ticket offer, ideally around $7 or $9. People will be more inclined to buy directly, even if they don't know you yet. So it is possible to get people who literally discover you for the first time and are interested in your offers that they will directly buy your products. It's not as easy and it's not as common, but it's definitely possible. And I've been doing that because honestly, I know it might be not the most sustainable or best way, but I'm a very impatient person and I really want to see results directly. I don't want to wait too long until I get my first sale. So yeah, there's two ways. You either can send people on through your lead gen campaign to a freebie landing page where they sign up and get something for free in return, or you can literally send them to a landing page of a low ticket offer where they can buy that offer if they're interested. Either way, see what works best for you and experiment a little bit. And yeah, always keep evaluating your campaigns and see what works best. If you're leading people to a freebie, the goal is obviously to get their email addresses, to get them signed up to your newsletter, so you can start an email workflow, which is basically like a 6 to 8 email sequence that you send people over several days, where you slowly ease them into your offers. I will probably touch upon this in more detail in a different video, but that's just kind of the basics of how it works and how everyone is doing it. And this is really a proven method and it really works. It's based on human psychology and marketing. So I highly recommend to you that you build a good email sequence where you can literally nurture your audience and warm them up. So people who have never heard about you, from taking them to the first sign up, to slowly learning more about what you have to offer, about learning more about you as a person, slowly starting to build that trust and eventually warm them up enough that they will make a first sale. So this is basically like how it's done. It sounds pretty simple, it is pretty simple, but it doesn't mean it's easy, so it's definitely some work. I don't promise you to have success overnight, but that's kind of how you go about selling your first digital products without Etsy. I hope this video was helpful. I really want to make more videos on these topics in the future. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know you enjoyed this content, and you will hear from me very soon. Thanks for watching.